Hello everybody, today we're coming at you with the PFL World Tournament 8, I believe is, and this is the finals for the welterweight and the featherweights. I'm low-key really excited for the featherweight matchup, also the welterweight. The card's alright, not really, the main card isn't even that good, it's just the two fights basically, but I'm still going to watch the whole thing because I like PFL, I'm a fan of it. It is on Friday, August 1st, so that's good I guess. They change it up from what, like Friday to Saturday to sometimes on a Thursday. I don't know. They always change it up. But this time, Friday at 5 p.m. Central Time, it starts in New Jersey. Also, UFC that Saturday. The main event got canceled. I was going to start recording the prelims and all that breakdown today. But I'm not gonna because there's no main event for it because it got canceled. Or someone pulled out. I forgot who pulled out. But so the card's already weak. Let's see what happens. Hopefully they replace it with something else. But today we're doing the PFL. We're going to do the whole card in here. We're not going to do the prelims main event. We're just going to do the whole card. But I will do that next week or whatever. I'm just going to do it this week where I do the whole card on one. Today we're going to start off with the prelims and the main event. But today to kick off the card we got. Well, as I clicked over here, I thought we were going to start off with the Nelson versus Diggs fight. But I just saw that there's Matt Turnbull versus Tom over here, the Phantom. There's going to be a good one. Matt White Chocolate over here. He is the shorter fighter. He's a grappler mostly. Heavy. Yeah, I was going to say he's definitely more of a grappler than anything. Most of his wins are by submission. He is also, I don't know if he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he might be. He is on a 3-fight win streak right now. His record's not the best. But Tom over here, he is 9-2. Dude has 7 knockouts. He is a little bit taller than him. I'm not sure about the length or the reach. He is more of a striker. There's a striker versus grappler. For sure, power striker, dude. This dude can hit hard. 7 knockouts out of his 9 wins. He has a rear naked choke as well. So, I guess he can mix it up in there in the grappling. He was undefeated through 2025. But he has been, I'm guessing he's lost this year a couple times. Let's see, click over here when he lost. Oh, okay, I know he's undefeated in 2025, actually. In 2023 and 2021, he got his losses. Long amateur, look at that. Champion there. The odds are lopsided here. I think Tom's definitely going to get it done. I got Tom winning here by a knockout probably. Tom's just overall better at everything. His record shows. He's probably going to knock him out in the early rounds. I guess the only thing I can see is Matt over there, Turnbull, getting his grappling going, successfully taking him down, closing the distance, and not letting Tom get into his striking rhythm and using his length and all that. At the end of the day, I got Tom winning here by a knockout in the first round. Let's move on to the next one. We got Damian Nelson 8-4 Dynamite going up against Isaiah Diggs 5-0. I thought this was going to be the opening fight, but it is not. I was wrong. I did not see the Matt fight, but I did do a breakdown before this one on it. So this is Damian 8-4 going up against Isaiah Diggs 5-0, an undefeated prospect, I guess you could say. Like I said, featherweight bout. Let's talk about Diggs over here, undefeated fighter, amateur from 2021 to 2022, 6-0 champ. Pro in 2022, technically 11-fight win streak if you include his amateur bouts and all that. Amateur champ too. All wins are by decisions as a pro. This is his PFL debut. This dude's a regional champ, 4-0 in Cage Fury, not Cage Fury, Fury. 5 decisions, never lost. This dude is undefeated prospect. The odds are really high against him. I guess I'll talk about it in the breakdown. Let's talk about Damian Nelson over here. Let's click on his profile. Hope it works. Sometimes this shit crashes my computer, but let's hold on, load up. I'll wait a little bit because sometimes I'll cut out my words. All right, here we go. Pro in 2021, never lost in amateurs. Let's go down here. He went 2-2 in Cage Warriors. Look at that. This is the amateur. Has kickboxing also in his amateur. Like I said, 2-2 in Cage Warriors right here. Look at that. This dude, somehow got into PFL after a fight in 2023. He was on a 2-fight win streak. I mean, a 2-fight losing streak. Where was it? Right here. He was on a 2-fight losing streak. Somehow found his way into the PFL against Nathan Kelly. He did lose, but it was an alright fight. He didn't get finished or anything. He put up a good fight. Then he left the PFL or something happened. Now he is on a 4-fight win streak. This is his also coming back to the PFL now. Got a title in Combat FC when he left the PFL the first time. Like I said, 4-fight win streak, coming off a knockout win. This dude has 3 knockouts, 5 decisions, and he has only been finished once, and it has been to a sub. This is gonna be a alright fight. I don't see why the odds are so fucking crazy. Let's go back here and so you can pull up the odds on this shit. Or the odds should be on here somewhere. Where is it at? Right here. Let's click on it. Look at that. Like the odds, I don't think it should be like that. Nelson, way taller. Dude is way longer. His reach is so much longer, I want to say. It's not showing it here, but look how tall he is compared to the other guy. This dude's been fighting pro longer. Has lost all decisions. Not all decisions. 3 decisions, and has been subbed once. 0 submission threat, though. That's what's kind of scaring me, because Dix over here, as you see his background, he is like a D3, I think, wrestler or something. Somewhere in like Colorado, he's a wrestler. But it's just, I don't know. He's way too short. Slow striker. He's going to have a hard time with Damian Nelson's reach, I feel like. Dix does have some nice IQ for his 5 wins he has in the MMA. He's really smart. Sometimes he can get like predictable. Like he'll just go for the takedown. He'll have some weird takedown attempts and all that. He does have 5-round experience too. He has never lost, like I said, but that's 0 KOs. That's just not any power at all in those hands. Striking overall, it's alright. It's just kind of slow compared to Damian. For sure slower than Damian. There's going to be a striker. Striker versus wrestler, kind of. I thought it was striker versus striker, but then I was like looking at Diggs, kind of, and he does go for takedowns. He is a wrestler in college, was a wrestler. I thought Diggs was going to win here, but I was just looking at everything. Damian has some good competitions, a little bit more experience. Like I said, he's just way taller and longer. Great scrambler. I just don't see Nelson really going to be able to take him down. I've seen some of his fights, and he doesn't really get takedowns right away. He sometimes struggles to get the first couple ones. If he struggles here, Damian can use his lengths, probably knock him out. I'm going to go for a big dog here. I think that Nelson can get it done here. He is taller, longer, nice strikes, fast, powerful. Only way I think Diggs pulls it off is if he wrestles, gets the wrestling going right away. But I'm going to go for the dog, Nelson winning here by a knockout or a decision. But I really think he can get it done here. Diggs is so short. His arms are so short. In order to get close to him, he's going to have to throw some haymakers, literally, and try to go for a takedown. And good luck going in with a guy that's that long. If Damian's smart, he can get it done here. I got Damian winning. Let's move on to the next one. And next, we got a welterweight matchup. 2 of them coming off a win. We got Theric Berserkers Shields 7-2 going up against Nick the Black Cat King Black Cat Meck 7-2. I thought there was a duh. I always think there's a duh. I don't know why. But they're both the same age. Let's talk about Shields over here. 7-2. Like I said, pro in 2021. Let's click on his profile if my shit doesn't crash. Sometimes it does. Sometimes I cut some of my shit out. But there we go. We're here. Pro in 2021. 2-2 in the LFA. One of them, he lost to, who was it? Thad Gene, the main event today. Pretty sure this happened to him last time, where he was the main event last fight in the last card. And he lost, it doesn't matter. His PFL debut, was that his last fight, right? Yeah. This dude was fucking tossing and turning and throwing this. This dude probably could have tossed Luciano out of the fucking cage if he wanted to, low key. Like, this dude literally was picking him up, tossing him, throwing him. It was like fucking wings when you fucking toss him in fucking sauce, bro. I'm telling you, this dude was throwing this dude all over the fucking place. It was kind of crazy. He's on a 2-fight win streak. He's also a regional champ, or if you would call that regional, I don't know if it is or not. Look at that. This dude, I doubted him my last fight. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to doubt him again when I get breaking it down. We shall see what I think. Going up against Nick over here. Nick Meck, 9-2, started amateur in 2019, went 6-0, started 6-0 as a pro. He is two-time regional. Let's click on his profile. Two-time regional champ. Let's go see if we can show you that. He is 1-1 in the PFL. He is also on a 2-fight win streak, coming off 2 wins. 1 by sub and 1 by decision. This dude has never been finished. He has 1 knockout, 4 subs, and 4 decisions. Let's go see if we can find the regional. Look, he was a champ in his amateurs too, if I didn't add that. Multiple, right here, he's a regional champ. If that's regional, also this. I just never heard of those organizations, so I'm going to call them regional. Never finished. This is going to be a good fight. Grappler versus grappler, for sure. Oh, I thought I clicked out of it. There we go. Oh, there we are. Alright. Shields and Meck. Both of them, like I said, great fucking wrestlers. Meck, high school champ in Kansas. Also wrestled in college. I believe JUCO it was. Had a pretty decent record there. Shields was just, like I told you guys, tossing that last opponent around like fucking a salad, dude. Or fucking anything, bro. Wings, bro. Like, it was just so fucking crazy. I doubted him. Like I said, I had him losing. I was like, he's not going to win. It was one of my worst bets ever. That dude literally was just getting dominated. He couldn't stop the grappling. Dude was just picking him up, slamming him. Well, I want to say he got over 5-6 takedowns. It was crazy. And he didn't look tired either. He's a big boy. It's kind of crazy. Shields is huge, too, for his weight. Once you see him in that cage, this dude is fucking massive. Like, he's not just, like, tall and all. This dude is big. Like, he has to be cutting a lot of weight. But I do think that Meck is better at wrestling, and he's also a better striker, I want to say. Definitely better grappler. I just don't know how he's going to deal with his weight. Let's see how Meck deals with Shields' fucking huge weight. It was a very, very hard choice after I doubted Shields. I think Meck gets it done here by a decision, but it is real scary because last time I doubted Shields went out there and just put on a dominant fucking performance. But I got Nick winning by a decision. Let's move on to the next one. We got Nathan Kelly, 11-4. Going up against Frederick Durpras, 8-2. This is a featherweight matchup. Let's talk about Kelly over here. Click on his profile. Load it up here quick. There it is. Pro in 2021. He lost his first 2 fights. Then he went on an 11-fight win streak. And now he is currently on a 2-fight losing streak again. Both of them by rear naked choke. 3-0 in Bellator, 4-2 in PFL. This dude has 4 knockouts, 5 subs, 2 decisions, and he has been finished 3 times. Let's go talk about Frederick over here. Let's loading up a little bit. There it is. Frederick over here started pro in 2017 as MMA champ. I think it's a Samurai MMA champ. Coming off lost 2 submission, rear naked choke, 2. So these guys, both rear naked chokes, coming off losses to rear naked chokes. Honestly, I could see one of these guys getting a rear naked choke win. I wouldn't be a bad odd if something has that. I bet they don't have that in anything for PFL. PFL barely has anything come out until the day of. It's like, come on. I live in Missouri and I'm over here fucking having to drive to the border. Luckily, I only live not too far away from it, but you know, if I go bad, that's what I do. But either way, he has 0-1 in the PFL. This dude has 0 knockouts, 8 submissions. I'm pretty sure 7 of them in the first round, 1 in the second. 0 decisions. Both losses are finished, subbed and KO. So this dude has never gone to a decision. That's kind of crazy. Frederick over here is taller by a little bit. Same reach. Durpras, all of his wins are by submission, literally. So it's kind of just crazy. Submission artist, great grappler and wrestler. Most wins are in the first round. This dude has no knockout power, 0 at all. Kelly, pretty much even with his strengths, with his striking and grappling, 5 knockouts. Oh, it's 5 subs, I think. 5 subs, 4 knockouts. He's also a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of first round finishes too. I'm pretty sure like 6 of them. But 2 of his losses that he is coming off are 2 submission, rear naked choke. He's already going up against a dude that likes to get it done in the first round, submitting people, get him down early, grind him out, get their back, submit him any way that he can. Like, this dude's a beast at grappling. He is the slight dog. I think Kelly's going up against one of his kryptonites, a guy that can submit him, a guy that can grapple, an elite grappler. I don't know. I think Fedoric's going to get it done here. The only way Kelly wins here, honestly, not the only way. I can see Kelly also getting a submission in there and all that. Low-key, I honestly think Kelly's just slightly better around overall. But I think Fedoric can get him down to the ground. And if he's down on the ground, it's going to cause problems for Nathan. I think Fedoric, for sure, his striking is terrible. Like, Nathan's for sure a better striker. If Nathan keeps us standing and stuffs the takedowns and all that, Nathan for sure wins here 100%. Wouldn't even be close. But I think Fedoric can get at least one takedown, and that one takedown can get it done here. I'm going to go for the underdog, slight underdog. I'm not sure what the odds are currently. I see that these are off all the time. But like I said, Nathan's going up against this kryptonite here. I think Kelly is good at a lot of things, but I still think that Federic Durpras can get it done here by a submission. Submission win here. If not, he ain't winning. But I think he can get it done here. I'm going to go for the dog. Let's move on to the next one. We got Hussein Khamaev going up against Kyle Driscoll. This is, I'm guessing, a featherweight matchup. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going to go for that. Yeah, I'm guessing it would be. Hassan over here, he is 11-1. Kyle is 14-4. Let's go talk about Hassan over here. This dude was on a kill in the beginning of his career. He is 11-1. His amateur, even better. Look at that. Like, look at his amateur career. From 2015 to 2017, he went undefeated. Was also a champ in that. He went pro in 2018. Regional champ. Only lost ever was in 2021 to a dude that was lost now. Who lost to the guy in the co-main, Mavled. This dude's in the PFL now. Great guy, great fighter. Lost to him by knockout, but that dude just lost to Mavled, who is in the co-main now. But that is his only loss ever. He has a no contest, which I'm pretty sure he lost. Oh, no, he didn't lose. It was an accidental groin strike. Nope, I'm wrong on that one. But either way, this dude is a fucking beast. So you can say he's technically on a what, like 4-fight win streak, I want to say. He has a couple no contests in there. This one's the one that he lost, I'm pretty sure, and it got overturned or something because the other dude popped for drugs or some bullshit. So he technically is coming off a loss that got turned into a no contest. But other than that, he's on a 4-fight win streak because they took that away. He has 6 knockouts, 4 subs, 1 decision, and he has only been finished 1, and that was in his Brave debut. Let's go talk about Kyle Driscoll over here. Kyle Driscoll, pro in 2016. Let's click on his profile. Hold on, I'll wait a little bit. His first pro fight, oh, there we go. He did lose. Other than that, he's slowly progressing. He's getting better. Regional champ, PFL debut right here. There's the regional champ in what, FCF. But this is his PFL debut. He is technically coming off a win in a jiu-jitsu match. He's also coming off a knockout win in Cage Warriors. So he's technically, you can say he's on a 2-fight win streak, 1-fight win streak, MMA. He's 2-1 in the LFA, 1-0 in the Dana White Contender Series. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's go, where's that at? He won by a decision, yep. Didn't get into the UFC. Dana White, I don't know. We'll see, I guess, if he regrets it or not. I'll have to see here if he comes out here, bangs it out, and wins. Dana's like, what? But nah, I don't think he's the best. Will he win? I'm not sure here. But he does have 6 knockouts, 1 sub, and 7 decisions. He has been finished 3 times. Hassan over here, basically 100% finishing rate. Very good grappler. Let's pull up their stats and all that. Like I said, very good grappler. Great ground and pound too. Kyle, though, D1 wrestler. Also has a win in the Dana White Contender Series. So he has some UFC experience, you could call it. Dana White Contender Series experience. I guess not quite UFC yet. But he also throws some nice jabs in there. Kyle does with his wrestling. Throws some nice jabs to get his wrestling going. Gets takedowns. I haven't seen much of his mistakes from what I've seen. He does have losses, of course, but from his wins, I don't see many mistakes that he does. He does struggle versus fast grapplers, and guess what, boys? Here is a test for this guy because Hassan over here just overall better at everything, I say. Unless Kyle gets the wrestling going before Hassan does, That's the only way he's gonna win here. Or he has to get the wrestling going the whole fight, not just 1 round, 2 rounds. Maybe win 1 round with the wrestling, he's on top or something, finishes on top. But he needs to do that every round, because I think Kazan is overall better at striking, even at his grappling. I think he's slightly better. But if the odds are nice and pretty close, I'm taking Hassan money line all the way, or by submission. But either way, I think Hassan gets it done here. And let's move on to the next one. We got a lightweight matchup between Jakub Kaszub, the auditor, 14-0, going up against Sergio Draco Cossio, veteran of the game, 27-10-1. Let's talk about Jakub over here. He is pro in 2017. CN champ, never lost, 19-fight win streak. Look at this shit. It's crazy. Look at all those W's on his record. He is coming off a knockout win. Also, the PFL Europe tournament winner. I actually didn't pay attention to any of that the past years. He's also multiple times, not just one. 6-0 in the PFL, 6 knockouts, 2 subs, and 6 decisions. This dude's also 8-0 in CN, which was where he was the champ. So this dude is undefeated, never lost. I'm guessing he's going to be a big favorite here. Also a prospect from Europe, but it looks of it, he's been fighting in the Europe PFL organization or whatever they have over there. Let's talk about Sergio over here, 27-10-1. Let's click on his profile, because this dude, veteran of MMA, pro in 2011. And that's just crazy that he has that many fights. Regional champ multiple times. Just look at all those. Like, there. Like, it's just crazy. Lux is a decent organization, like a Mexican organization, I want to say. He's 1-0 in Bellator. He's 1-1 in the PFL. He is coming off a loss by knockout, and he also missed weight that fight. His first fight in a year or so. So yeah, what is that? Yeah, almost a year. It's gonna be basically a year when he fights again. So I don't know how that layoff's gonna be. Hopefully he's improved a lot or something. I don't know. It's kind of a big layoff right there. Like, what? Has he ever had a layoff that big? Not really, no. But yeah, that's a big layoff right there. First fight in a year. 7 knockouts, 13 submissions, 7 decisions, and he's only lost 1 of those decisions. So if he goes to decision, he's most likely gonna win, right? He has been finished 9 times though. 5 subs and 4 knockouts, so that's not the best. Basically all of his losses are finishes. But this is gonna be a decent fight. I think it's gonna be way better than what the odds say. Jakub over here, very clean striker, tall, long. Like, look how much taller he is than him. Not that much longer, but also has some nice cardio. Hasn't been tested by many great grapplers. I was looking at it, not any great grapplers. Well, guess fucking what, buddy? Here's a great grappler for you. This dude has 9 submissions, wins, fucking veteran of the game, 35 plus fights ever. Like, it's just crazy. Former champ in Lux. Have to see how he deals with Jakub's lengths or whatever, because that does seem to cause him problems sometimes, people that are longer and all that. I think odds will favor Jakub over here for sure a lot. And look at that. I was right. I got the dog winning here. I'm going to go for a big fucking dog. I think Sergio's veteran experience, his nice grappling. Jakub has never really been tested by a guy like this. Like, let's go look at his thing. There's no way he's been tested by a guy like this. Sergio, like, let's go look at people's records that he's versed. This has to be his best match right here. Oh yeah, look at that, 100%. Look at all those people with that record. A guy that's 10-13. I was gonna say maybe 11-5. What? They get not even. Like, look at how bad their records are. Like, this for sure is gonna be his biggest matchup right here. I want to see how he handles it, and why not go for the dog? Might as well, because it's like he's never been tested by such a good grappler. He's never been tested by a guy that's been this long in MMA. I think this is going to cause some problems. For sure, odds are going to be, it's going to be a way closer fight. I think it might go even a decision, or Sergio gets a sub. I'm going to go for Sergio by submission or decision. And I'm going to go for big dog energy. Let's move on to the next one. We got a middleweight bout between Jordan, not human. He is Newman is his last name, 7-0, undefeated, going up against Abdul Baset. He is 16-3, the Iron Man, big dog here. What was it? Let's go talk about Jordan over here. Jordan, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing with this guy. I don't fucking know. I'll just show you guys. He was pulled out of his last fight, where there's a guy that I literally was calling it one of the biggest setups in fucking history. Look at this. I don't know why they try to reschedule this twice. It has to be a big ass setup. Look at this shit. There's no fucking way they were gonna do this. Guy's like undefeated. Go look at his record. I don't know why they would do this to him. They were trying to set this dude up 100% compared to what he's fought. That poor bastard. Holy shit. Look how many canceled fights he's got. He hasn't got a fight since 2023 because all his fights are getting oh my god. I feel bad for this guy. This guy's fight has gotten canceled twice. I knew this wasn't going to happen. I literally tweeted about this because I was like, there's no way they're going to set up a nice prospect like that. Let's talk. Look, I even tweeted about it. Where's it at? Over here. If it loads up. Yeah, right here. I knew this would get canceled. I literally called it before it even got fucking canceled. They were setting him up. That's what happened. That's kind of funny that I literally tweeted about it right when I saw it because I was doing the breakdowns for that card. And I was like, there's just no way. But either way, this dude's pro in 2019, started in Bellator right away, has never lost, PFL debut right here. He has 7-0 in Bellator, 2 knockouts, 2 subs, and has 3 decisions. This dude's pretty good, but look at all the people he's versed. Look at their records. Look at their fucking records. It's nothing. This guy's definitely the hardest guy he's going to verse here. Let's talk about Abdul over here. He is, let's wait for it to load up. 16-3. I'm not going to click on his profile. Pro in 2014. First fight was a no contest due to fucking hair pulling. Can you imagine that? I don't know if it was him or the other guy, but that's just fucking wild. Regional champ. He had a UAE champ too. Lost in Bellator. Lost his Bellator debut in subs and 6 decisions. Jordan, nice prospect, I guess. Trains out of Rufus Sports or whatever you call that. Pretty sure there's a couple good fighters that fight out of there. I'm pretty sure what's his name. He just fought. He fought against Sergio Pettis. Why can I not remember his name? Oh my god, how am I remember? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna feel like an idiot when I remember it. It's already on the tip of my tongue. But either way, he's pretty good camp that he trains out, undefeated. But like I said, okay, like this had to have been on purpose. This dude got pulled out of a fight that I thought was a setup 2 times in a row. I showed you guys that, and now he's getting a guy that should be way easier. The odds are like fucking flip-flop. For sure, way easier matchup. Jordan though, NCAA D3 wrestler, I believe, went like 28-2 or something in his last season, so his senior season. So that could be amazing for him. You hear using his wrestling and all that could probably work out for him. Dude is an amazing wrestler, so that's probably how he wrestles here. He's definitely going to wrestle a lot. Striking has improved a lot, actually, from the beginning. For sure, his biggest test here. Going up against Abdul Baset. Powerful dude, 7 knockouts, loves fucking chaos. He loves getting in chaos. Dude loves to just go out there and bang it out. It's coming off a knockout loss though. Also does tend to struggle versus great grapplers, and here's a great grappler. But honestly, I think this is kind of a setup too. You're giving him a guy that's been fighting for a while, champ in other organizations outside of America. The dude, you're just a D3 wrestler. I mean, you're great, I'm not gonna lie, but I think it is a setup. If Abdul stuffs the takedowns, keeps it standing, I'm going to get Abdul by a knockout. But if not, if I see these odds are like this, I'm taking Abdul all day. And give me another dog, baby. I want this dog. This is to kick off the main card. I got a dog winning here. I got 2 big dogs back to back, and I like it. Let's move on to the next one. We got a featherweight bout between Adjouj, 9-1. He is 26 years old, going up against Yves Landu, 38 years old, 21-9. This is a featherweight match. Second time has been rescheduled. Let's see if this happens. A lot of people pull out of PFL, so who knows if this will stay. Who knows how many of these will stay. Let's talk about Adjouj here. Pro in 2020, started in Bellator. He lost his first fight ever in Bellator, and after that proceeded to go on a 9-fight win streak. First fight this year. Well, he fought in not full year, but this is his first fight in 2025. He is 6-1 in Bellator, has 3 knockouts, 2 subs, and 4 decisions. His opponent over here, Yves Landu, you know, is 38 years old, 21-9, pro in 2010, regional champ, multiple time regional champ too. Just look at that. He just hopped organizations, got a belt there, got a belt in this one, got a belt in this one, got a belt in that organization right there. Then he got in Bellator in 2020, 6-1. This is his PFL debut, 5-fight win streak, 5 knockouts, 5 subs, 11 decisions, and he has only been finished twice. For how long he's been fighting and how many fights he has in his record, that is not terrible. He is definitely durable. Most likely a decision guy. If you see, yeah, he is a decision guy. If you see there, this will probably most likely go to decision. Acel is a 3-time kickboxing champ. With all that, his grappling isn't the worst. His top control is amazing. He has 2 submissions with that. For sure newer to MMA compared to Yves. It's kind of wild. Way more fights, longer in MMA Yves. Look at that. Just the difference, the record difference. How long they've been fighting 2010 to 2020. Like, it's just kind of crazy. Like, looking at that. Definitely 12 years older too. Yves is for sure powerful. Has flying knees, very accurate on takedowns. Most of the time he wears people down to win by submissions, but that can also backfire a lot because a lot of his losses come to decision. He also does have some subs and knockouts in there. He, like I said, 11 years older. I don't know how that's going to go here. He might get tired. Definitely not like he used to be. His body isn't. His chin probably isn't. I think Acel is a way better striker. For sure, the experience is off there compared to Yves, but I just think he's on the way up. Acel is 26 years old, going up against a 38-year-old on the way out. I think Acel gets it done here, most likely by a decision, but I got Acel winning here. Let's move on to the co-main event. Here we got the finals. We got the featherweight finals, a matchup between Mavlid, Killer, Khaybulaev, 23-0-1, going up against Jesus Pinedo, 25-6-1. This is the featherweight finals, like I said. 2 veterans of the game, 5-rounder right here. They're going for $500,000 now, is it? $500,000, I believe. It used to be $1 million, now it's a $500,000 bonus. I think they used to just round up their contract to $1 million or something. But $500,000 bonus, who doesn't want that? This is going to be a great fight. 2 veterans of the game. I'm really excited for this. Let's talk about Mavlid over here. Let's talk about Mavlid over here. Click on his profile. I'm waiting for it to load up first. There we go. Pro in 2011. Lots of great wins early in his career. Look at all those. How they went over Herbert Burns, Govern's brother, early in his career. Got into PFL in 2019. He beat Damian Jackson with a nasty knee. Probably the fastest knockout. I think it is the fastest knockout ever in PFL history. It's kind of crazy. He's never lost, kind of, but he did lose this fight right here against Daniel. He popped for steroids or something, but he did lose. He got knocked out. He was putting the pressure on him and everything. Not many people talk about this. It's like, I was watching a lot of like breakdowns and all that. I'm like, no one's talking about this. I'm like, how? I'm like, the dude has a loss that got overturned to a no contest. He got knocked out in that fight. But, you know, it's just kind of crazy that no one talks about that. But technically, he is undefeated. He is on a 23-fight win streak, coming off a decision win in the semifinals. This guy has 6 knockouts, 3 submissions, and 14 finishes. 9-0 in the PFL, 1-0-1 champ. Let's go talk about his opponent over here. Well, let's click over here. Talk about his opponent, Jesus Pinedo El Mudo. Let's click right here. Go over to his profile. Pro in 2013. This dude was a regional champ. Got into UFC in 2018 through 2019. 1-1 in the UFC. Let's see it right there. You see that? Got into PFL in 2023. He has missed weight once. He's currently on a 5-fight win streak, all by finishes. He is 5-1 in the PFL, coming off on knockout wins. He has 16 knockouts. This dude has 5 decisions, 4 submissions. It's just insane, dude. This dude's a fucking powerhouse. This is going to be a good fight. I'm really excited for this. 2 veterans. Mavlid, PFL champ in 2021, won $1 million, and also has the fastest knockout on PFL history. Overall, great at everything. Elite wrestler and grappler, regional champ in Russia for wrestling. Also Sambo champ. Nasty flying attacks, knees, anything. Fast striker, veteran. Also has never lost technically, but he is very small for his decision. Look at that. height difference. Look at the reach difference. It's just crazy how much of a difference it is compared to Pinedo. Pinedo taller, longer, fucking finishing power. Powerful. 16 knockouts. Can put you out one hit. Literally one hit. And I did see Mavlet struggling against that versus Daniel when he lost. This dude can put him out with one hit. Catches him going in for a takedown or something. It can be out anytime. But Pinedo does struggle versus grapplers. I was trying to find a good fight where he didn't struggle versus a grappler. And, like, I mean, there's a couple where he stuffed the takedowns or something. But he knew that people would be going for takedown, and he still gets taken down. This is his kryptonite, I would say. People that are good at grappling. I'm really excited for this fight. I don't know why it's not the main event. This is for sure going to be a more exciting fight than the Adjouj versus Logan Storley. Like, 100%. If it doesn't get moved, I'm kind of going to be mad because it's like, do they want a boring fight that can turn real boring in the main, or do they want a fight that can turn into a knockout anytime? Like, come on. Mavlet can do a flying knee. Jesus Pinedo can knock him out anytime. Or Mavlet can be boring and grapple him. But also, Jesus Pinedo is a 2023 PFL champ, UFC experience, super fucking powerful. It's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. I just keep saying that, but it's just kind of crazy. I'm really excited. This is going to be a fucking, I don't know. I think it's a 50-50 fight, but I think Mavlet is going to get it done. 5-round fight, can grind him down, tire him out, get the grappling going, I believe. Just don't get caught with one of those random haymakers. I was going to go for Jesus Pinedo because I was like, maybe, but younger, powerful, but I just think he's going to get taken down and lose. I got Mavlet winning here. $500,000, $500,000. This is going to be a great fight. I'm just really excited for this. I don't know. Like, it's just, I just better get moved to the main because otherwise I'm done. But let's go on to the main event. We got the main event. Thad, the silverback, Gene, 10-0, going up against Logan Storley, 18-3. Former interim welterweight champ in Bellator. This is gonna be similar fight to what Thad Gene had, the one before this versus Jason Jackson. This is a welterweight matchup. The finals, they're all each making $500,000. I'm pretty sure if I explain that, bonus. This should be a good one. Let's talk about Logan over here. Pro in 2015. Great wins here. Even had the win over Buckley and Bellator. Dude, it's just crazy. Interim champ right here. That's how he got it. Be MVP. 10-2 in Bellator. RIP Bellator. PFL debut was in 2024. 3-0 subs. Only finished once. It's kind of crazy to think about. This dude's a great wrestler, takes people down, can grind them down, but he just can't fucking find a sub. So I don't know why this is the main event. It can low-key get 17 through 2019, 5-2, never lost, 10-5 win streak. Technically, I think 13 was his amateur, including 3 of his amateurs that he won. 5 knockouts, 1 sub, PFL prospect for sure. Coming off a win over Jason Jackson. For sure, Thad Gene is the taller guy here, longer guy, 5-inch difference, taller for sure. Never lost. He's coming off one of his biggest wins ever, like 1,000% his best win ever. Uses his length very well, lands a lot of strikes too. Great cardio. I've never really seen him get tired, really, ever. Here's another big test for Gene. Another similar fight. A dude that's probably way better grappler than Jackson. It's pretty similar, but for sure better. I don't know. Jackson's probably a better striker, but Logan's for sure the better grappler. But we're not talking about them. I wouldn't mind watching that fight, but we're not watching that. We're watching Thad versus Logan. Logan over here, better grappler than Jackson, though. I'm just going to go with that. NCAA D1 4-time All-American and Bellator PFL vet. Be MVP for the interim belt. For sure needs to get takedowns to win here because striker, Thad Gene 1,000% better. Then you go over here, Logan 1,000% better grappler. It's just crazy. Like, your typical striker versus wrestler, but it's like 1,000% better, 1,000% better. Like, it's just a big difference in their striking and grappling. I'm going to go for another dog here. I'm going to go for Logan to win by a decision. What was I thinking? Submission? No. Logan to win by a decision here. Drags it on. Might lose a round or two to the striking. But I think Thad Gene, even if he doesn't get the takedowns, Logan, I think Thad Gene's going to get tired stuffing all those takedowns attempt after attempt. I'm just hope Logan doesn't try to fucking pull guard like those fucking idiots. gets himself to lose because he pulls guard and can't get a takedown, so he just keeps going for these takedowns and looks like an idiot. I would not like that, but I'm going to go for a dog, Logan winning. Here, let's go review the whole card. I got Tom winning, I got Diggs winning, I got Meck winning here. This is one I'm iffy about. Shields proved me wrong, went out there, fucking dominated. Who was it? Luciano's last fight. I got Frederick here, can get it done by a sub. Dude has 8 submissions. And I'm going to go for Hassan over here to win by TKO, late TKO in the third. And then I got Sergio, big dog, winning here against Jacob. For sure, Jacob's biggest opponent. Biggest matchup, never really been tested against a grappler, where here you go. Sergio is going to win. Grappler, 9 subs. I think he can get a sub here too. Then I'm going to go for another big dog. Abdul, Baset, going to win here against Jordan Newman. I think just Abdul, he's a champ in other organizations. Fighting longer, more fights under his belt. I think he can get an upset here. Then I'm going to go for Azel winning here. Young guy on the way up. Eves is on the way out. I got Mavlid winning here by decision or submission. I think he can get the takedowns eventually, unless he gets caught. This is one I'm iffy about. I really thought maybe Jesus can pull it off, but seeing that it's 5 rounds, I can see him getting tired, getting taken down, and losing, getting frustrated. Also here, I can see Logan, 4-time All-American. He's going to get a takedown. And not much of a subs rep, but I feel like he can grind him out, tire him out, and win here. That is it for my PFL picks. I'm doing all of them. Then I got UFC coming either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm probably going to do the full card on one. That is it for my PFL breakdown. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a good one.